Capricorn, 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 my sea goat. Here you are, Capricorn, and we made it to January 2020. Speaking of January, happy Gregorian calendar New Year. If you are new to the channel, hello and welcome. Glad we found each other. And if you are returning, thank you for rocking with me. And let's just hop right into the meal here for you, Capricorn, for this month. Capricorn, I'm being guided to open your reading with the following question. What happens when you diligently work on what you want instead of what you need? This is very interesting, Capricorn. That dynamic I feel here, or that comparison of needing versus want and working towards one. Interesting, Capricorn. Can you work towards both at the same time? Interesting, Capricorn. This month you may be like very like philosophical, or you may be. Oh yeah, interesting. Jupiter just moved into Capricorn, so yeah, very interesting. Yeah, Capricorn. I feel like you're asking a lot of questions this month, or you're starting to really like be more aware. I feel, Capricorn, of like the nuances of obtaining what it is that you are looking for or you are yearning for, obtaining what it is that you want versus what it is that you need. Interesting, Capricorn. So I feel, Capricorn, like, when we work on what we want instead of what we need, I feel like, want is usually like a desire. There's nothing wrong with having desires. But when we have desires, Capricorn, they're usually like short lived, and it's usually like, huh, interesting. It's usually something that has like an expiration date, because what we need necessarily doesn't. Needing is something that we like require, but when we require it, it helps us, or it aids in like creating and manifesting a foundation. Capricorn, also too, like, when we are working on what we want instead of what we need, this ends through that process, we end up, Capricorn, really like missing the small stuff, the small things, because we become so like hyper focused on that short-lived moment. And in the process of that, Capricorn, as we are maybe working towards what we desire, what we want, uh, it kind of like, when we start to obtain it a little bit, it can help fuel us, but it may fuel us towards just going down the path of desire, and it then becomes like an insatiable like type of situation, or it turns into like an insatiable crave. And like I said, we'll miss the small stuff. Like, for instance, Capricorn, like sometimes, you know, we may miss the small things, like maybe our child um coming home with a spelling test that they got 100% on, and they're showing us it, and then we become so wrapped up in, trying to obtain what we want, that we end up missing hanging it up on the refrigerator, the spelling test, and honoring your child's hard work. Interesting, Capricorn. It's like, just like I said, missing the small stuff and really missing what really, really matters in life. Now, there's nothing, like I said, wrong with desire or our wants, and sometimes our wants can turn into what we need. But usually it's the other way around, Capricorn, where it's when we work towards what we need, we then find out what it is that we want. So I feel like sometimes doing the opposite, it can be counterproductive, And there's something very, I'm going to use the word regrettable, but I guess we can use it. There's something very regrettable, Capricorn, in working towards what it is that we want, and then finding out that it's not something that we need, nor is it something that really matters or really mattered at the end of the day, you know? Because when we find ourselves working towards want instead of need, Capricorn, is when we need to ask ourselves, does the ends justify the means? Because hmm, our integrity is shown through not how far we've come, but the distance we are willing to go for something, you know? Interesting, Capricorn. There's also here too, Cap, in your reading here or in your spread here, like feeling like losing control. Yeah, because when we work towards want instead of need, Cap, and it's like we can lose control throughout that process as well. We can tend to really just not understand, like, interesting, yeah, not understand what luck in a sense really is. It's not that we're lucky per se, Capricorn. It's that we become aligned. And when we constantly, Capricorn, once again, work towards want instead of need, we can really understand the end result really never justifies the means in a sense here. Very interesting, Capricorn. Your reading here is very philosophical this month. It's very hmm, it's asking yourself these questions, Capricorn, these types of questions to really like align yourself this month towards your soul's like interesting. I almost said soul's desires, working towards like or understanding your soul's purpose. I sense here, Cap, or yeah, working towards what ultimately adds like meaning to your life and being recognized for it and not because of it. Hmm. Cap. I kind of want to end your reading here with something that I heard, and I think it really speaks to your reading this month. The universe will not conspire with your ego to offer you less than your complete divine destiny. Very interesting, Capricorn. I'm going to repeat that for you. The universe will not conspire with your ego to offer you less than your complete divine destiny. Capricorn, yeah, it's like just when we think that we know what the path is, you know what yeah, just exactly. Just when we think we know what the path is and how we're going to completely get there, when we start to plan all that out, in terms of when it becomes like a schedule, is when we find out that that's not what it is, or that it's like the little successes, Capricorn, or the little steps lead towards the big reveal. If you want to kind of look at it like that, like, because like planning things, yeah, your plans don't give a shit about what it is that you want, or your life, I should say, doesn't give a shit about what it is that you want necessarily, nor does your plans. Like, life doesn't really work like that, but life does work towards seeing everything in your favor. It just depends upon how we go about obtaining things and the belief systems that we carry on the way there. Very interesting reading, Capricorn, this month. It's just all about really understanding that, Capricorn. It's all about understanding that what does it mean to work on something regarding the integrity that we carry throughout the whole entire process, because we really want to do yeah, what we do on a small scale will be what we do on a bigger scale, or a grander scale. And Capricorn, I just think that this month it's really about like I said, aligning yourself to your soul's divine destiny. But you must be a co-creator within that process and not the leader of that process. And understanding too, Capricorn, that it's always important to understand that, or to look at life a little bit as like you will forever be, you know, okay, it's like this. It's always better to look at life through the lens of being a student instead of a teacher. Because, Capricorn, as a student, you know everything. And as a teacher, you know nothing. And, someone who truly knows something knows that they know nothing at all. Oh, Capricorn, very interesting reading here. So I'm getting here for you for January 2020. Almost at 19. Interesting, Capricorn. What happened in January 2019? It may carry over into this year. Let's try that again. All right, Capricorn, that's what I'm getting here for you for January 2020. If you'd like to book a personal reading for yourself, Capricorn, go to visit intuitiveperceptions.com. You can also contact me on Facebook Messenger, and all of the links and contact information regarding all of that is in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, we will see you next month. And as always, God bless and love and light.